The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Foreign Affairs Department has confirmed the death of an overseas Filipino worker in Hong Kong. In an interview, DFA Assistant Secretary Paul Cortez said that joggers found the body at Ting Yi Public Pier on July 13. Cortez said the consulate is working very closely with the victim's employer to get the remains repatriated. Meanwhile, the cause of death has not been established yet, although Philippine authorities are still coordinating with the Hong Kong Police Authority. The victim's identity has not been made public on the request of the family. A truckers group is opposing the impending toll hike in PHIVOLCS. The Toll Regulatory Board recently approved higher toll fees for the expressway. Now, on the R1 expressway from Seaside Drive in Parañaque to Zapote, Las Piñas, Class 1 vehicles will soon have to pay 35 pesos from 33 pesos. Class 2 vehicles, 70 pesos, while Class 3 vehicles will pay 104 pesos. Similarly, from Zapote Interchange to Kawit, the toll fee from Class 1 vehicles will increase to 73 pesos from 64 pesos. For Class 2, 145 pesos, and Class 3, 219 pesos. The Confederation of Truckers Association of the Philippines says these current toll fees were already too expensive, and with this new round of toll hikes, they said they have no choice but to pass on the additional charges to clients. For now, there are no details yet as to when this toll hike will be implemented.
Dapat hindi napayagan yan dahil sa iksi ng cavities. Yan ang pinakamahal na toolkit sa lahat ng naniningil ng toll fee.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Several areas in India's capital, New Delhi, were flooded on Friday due to a broken drain regulator. These floodgates manage water flow from the Yamuna River, which runs through the city. Now, the flooding disrupted transportation in the area and submerged homes and government offices in flood waters. India's National Disaster Response Agency and Army have been tapped for help. Now, water level at the Yamuna River marked its highest in 45 years this week, following unusual heavy rainfall in New Delhi. One China with two economies. Several experts have weighed in on the diverging economies of mainland China and Taiwan. Let's watch this.
One China, but two economies. The United States continues to go out of its way to underscore its One China policy, as Secretary of State Blinken did during his recent visit to Beijing.
I reiterated the long-standing U.S. One China policy. That policy has not changed. We do not support Taiwan independence. We remain opposed to any unilateral changes to the status quo by either side.
Even as the United States seeks to compete with that One China without coming to blows.
I also believe that the United States and China should seek a relationship of healthy economic competition that is not winner take all, but with a fair set of rules would benefit both our countries over time.
But recently, the economies of mainland China and Taiwan have been headed in very different directions, as the mainland finds it's harder than expected to come back from the COVID lockdown.
I have been a little surprised with the degree of how quickly it's moderated. China is going to need to do more stimulus.
Leading Beijing this week to undertake new stimulus measures, particularly to help its struggling property market.
There's a lot of expectation that there will be more coming from Beijing to help the property sector. But the question is, what can the government actually do when there is so much debt at the local government level?
While Taiwan continues to thrive economically, with the move to AI spurring on chip manufacturer TSMC and lifting the entire market.
So why is Taiwan in this bull run, and can it last? One thing's for sure, stocks have been riding on this AI wave.
But the head of the Taiwan Stock Exchange says it's not just AI that is driving market strength.
As the pace of the U.S. interest hike slowing, and also the global economy remain steady, I think most investors will pay attention again on TWSE, and the cash inflows are expected in the second half of this year.
All of which makes the geopolitics across the Taiwan Strait just that much more complicated.
So here's a quick look on other stories we're watching. The Public Works Department is targeting to make Metro Manila flood-free in 7 years. To do this, the agency will convert low-lying areas of land into catch basins for rainfall. PHIVOLCS is warning about possible lahar flow from Mayon volcano that could be triggered by rains. So far, Mayon continues to show signs of unrest, with lava slowly flowing from its crater. And the Filipina vet Pauline Amelnik's bags first runner-up at the Miss Supranational pageant in Poland. The crown went to Ecuador's Andrea Aguilera. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.